Swing is a freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
You don't care if I'm engaged in a constitutional protected activity. You're a military.
Then go get your freaking lawyer and sue the city if you think that's violated.
I would rather not do that.
Well, hello, my friends, and hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, let me just first say thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for supporting Honor Your Oath, Civil Rights Investigations, the Armed Fishermen, What the Hells, all of these people that are trying to stand up for things that are right and wrong in the world. I encourage you to go ahead and continue to support those. But please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos. I want to do another last video on what's happened down in Mississippi with Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations. I need to get back to making, happy videos for my own sanity. So, but what has happened, if you don't know, last night there's been a couple of videos that come out on the media there, and I'll put the link there. I think it's called WLOX Media in Southern Mississippi, where they've actually done an interview with Jeffrey Gray, Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations, and city employees. And so there's going to be 2 video clips, and you watch them, make up your own mind for yourself. Now, there's a couple things that disturbed me, and this is what I want to talk to you about. One, the first thing, the smaller thing, is I noticed how the media downplayed the negative part of what the police officer said. So the little snippets you see in their interview with Jeffrey Gray is very mild compared to the whole video that's going on. So that's a little disturbing, but that's kind of normal for the press. Now, so that's one little issue. 2, in the beginning, in the video that I did, the live stream I did where I tried to give advice to Waveland, Mississippi, about how to get in front of this, I gave a lot of credit to the mayor, saying, look, we don't know if the mayor is behind this. We don't know if the mayor supported this. We don't know if what the officer said about the mayor saying to do this is true. Well, I think we do now. Because now what's happening both at Ocean Springs and Waveland is they're playing the deflection game. They're trying to make themselves, their cities, out to be victims of all of you horrible people that are calling and making phone calls and standing up for your rights. So now those 2 cities are victims. And the mayor in Waveland has come out and point blankly said, Jeffrey Gray was making people uncomfortable and peeping through the windows, even though there's no video evidence of that whatsoever happening. That's the smear tactic that they're trying to use to deflect the guilt from themselves back onto the others. Now, Seaside, Mississippi, they got a different take, but they're doing the same thing. They're playing the victim game. They're now complaining about all of you people, all of you outsiders who have been calling, making phone calls, sending emails, hurting their poor town. And if you listen to the interview, the clip, the portion with the chief of police there, he's calling to arms subtly and psychologically the citizens of his town to say, look, they're not from here. These people are outsiders. So my good citizens of this town who support us, we all need to rally together behind our civil rights violating police department. It's what we need to do, because these outsiders are calling the girls that answer the phones names, which is kind of, a little belittling to me. The chief calls them girls. Why can't they be women? Why can't they be men? Why can't they just be employees? But he has to, look, they're victimizing little girls by calling them names. So he's playing this whole let's shift it psychological game. Now, that's normal. I do want to say this. We have to effect change in America, and we only make changes through peace. So if you are making threatening phone calls or emails, don't do that. It's the stupidest thing you can do, for one. 2, it belittles you as a human. What we need to do as agents of change, people that respect these channels and these people that go out there for change, is to rise above the oppressors. We need to rise above the bad. We need to behave better than the people that are hurting us. That's how we win. We rise above the shit. And that's what we need to do. We need to hold their feet to the fire legally, and we need to keep after it. But you got to do it in a respectful way. Otherwise, you'll find a police chief and a mayor saying, these people are bad, they look through the window, or they make nasty comments. See, they're no good, so we are right. See, we are right by violating their rights because they're bad people. That's the basic psychology used in this. So just keep that in mind, if you will. So I got the 2 video clips here. You guys can go to there, and I'll put the link in the description of the news media outlet that did these now, and we'll just kind of see what happens. Here's what I think is going to happen, guys. Nothing. I think literally nothing. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see that they are going to do a very long investigation, both cities. They're going to do a very, very long investigation. Then they're going to come up and say, well, we found that our officers just needed a tiny bit of retraining. But here's the difference. By then, those 2 officers, maybe this old guy who's brutally horrible, will be retired and take his payment and go away. And they'll be suspended with pay for a little bit during the investigation, which, like I said in my live stream, that's all about rewarding bad behavior. Let's suspend them and pay them, send them home on vacation. Reward with bad behavior is what we're going to do. And then down the road here, both of these officers will no longer be with these police departments. One may retire, but the other one will just go work for somebody else. That's what happens. They just quit before they get in too big of a trouble and go work somewhere else. So that's what's going to happen to these officers. Nothing. Now, the city's going to wind up, the city's insurance company is going to wind up paying out big financial claims to settle the civil rights violations. That's the other thing that's going to happen. It sucks, and it's wrong, but that's policing in America today. Now, here's one thing, a bright side I want you guys to take from this. They also talk about another city that Jeffrey went to, which is called Goucher. I'm trying to pronounce it right. I keep getting it wrong. Goucher, Mississippi, where he goes and has a great interaction at the Veterans Memorial at City Hall with the mayor and other people, and the mayor and the police chief comes to his defense about what happened in Waveland and Seaside. So you need to watch those 2. What I want you guys to do with that city, Goucher, Mississippi, is give them love. I want you to call them up, send them emails, post on their Facebook page, their city page, saying, we saw how great of a job you guys did. We love it. We respect it. Hats off to you guys. Great job for being a role model for 2 really horrible civil rights violating cities, real close to you. Please continue to be a role model, as I suggest cities do. So sit back, watch the 2 videos, and enjoy your day. And hopefully you'll come back to the channel and watch, maybe our fishing video in southern Mississippi. I don't know. Take care, guys.
You may have seen these videos being shared online. Tense encounters between police and a man standing at the steps of City Hall in Ocean Springs and Waveland. The man claims his constitutional rights were violated in both cities when officers demanded to see his ID and told him to leave the property. Just in the last few hours, Waveland's mayor releasing a statement saying the man was making city workers uncomfortable before the recording started, and that's why police were called. Noah Noble has a closer look.
Am I required to give you ID?
Yes, you are.
What happened if I don't give it to you?
You're going to jail. Period.
In this video posted to
Good morning,
YouTube,
gentlemen.
self-proclaimed civil rights investigator Jeffrey Gray is having a tense interaction with Waveland police. But minutes earlier, this is what Gray was doing. Standing outside City Hall, holding a sign that says, "God bless our homeless veterans."
That's not true. Wait a minute. God bless our homeless veterans. Please pray for our homeless vets.
I reached out to Gray to understand why he was there in the first place.
I just wanted to stand out in front of City Hall there on the public sidewalk in Waveland for about 35 minutes like I normally do, and just spread that message of God bless our homeless vets. And on the other side of my sign it says hope not hate. A large part of the homeless population is our veterans, and I think that people should show compassion and love and support to our homeless people, especially if they're veterans.
Sir, I'm standing on a public sidewalk engaged in constitutionally protected activity.
Correct. But I'm letting you know you're gonna go to jail, no questions asked.
Even if I'm standing on a public sidewalk?
Yes. So how many times do I gotta explain it to you?
They approached me, didn't want to have any kind of conversation, didn't want to do any kind of investigation, and asked me what I was doing. They just demanded my ID, told me that I was going to jail. No questions asked if I did give ID, and trespassed me out of there under threat of arrest.
When Gray took his sign to Ocean Springs, he had another run-in with police.
Ocean Springs was just as bad of a train wreck, unfortunately, as it was in Waveland, if not worse.
So let me explain this
This
to you
is freedom
again.
of speech and
I
freedom of
don't
religion.
care.
If you want,
Let me explain this again.
If they're trespassing
Let me
me, I'll
explain
leave.
this again. You're trespassed.
Okay, I'll leave.
Now you're done. Go get your freaking lawyer and sue the city if you think that's a violation.
I would rather not
You
do
know
that.
Then do that, because I can tell you what, you're not going to go anywhere with it. You understand me?
I would rather not do that. I would rather you respect my constitutionally protected rights, especially being a veteran.
I do
Well, you
very
obviously
much
don't.
every day.
You're trespassing me
But
off
when
of
you
public
start
property.
becoming confrontational and telling me what I can and can't do, guess what? You're gonna lose every time.
I spoke with Ocean Springs Mark Dunstan about the recorded interaction.
We're doing an internal review of the officer's actions right now. We're certainly going to remedy any problems that we found with the officer's actions.
Noah Noble, WLOX News Now.
And Gray told us not all of his encounters on the coast were bad. We'll have his positive interaction with the city of Gaucher, plus a look at the legality of those officers' actions coming up tonight at 10. Constitutional questions after a man says his rights were violated by police in Ocean Springs and Waveland. It was all caught on camera. Take a listen.
I'm standing on a public sidewalk engaged in constitutionally protected
Correct.
activity.
Correct. But I'm letting you know you're gonna go to jail, no questions asked.
Even if I'm standing on a public sidewalk?
Yes. So how many times do I gotta explain it to you?
But when somebody tells you you have to leave and you can't do it in front of a city building, guess what? You gotta go. Just that simple.
As we first told you earlier today, a self-styled civil rights investigator stood outside City Hall in both Ocean Springs and Waveland telling people, God help our homeless veterans. In both cases, he was told to present his ID and either leave or go to jail. New tonight, the same man held the same sign at Gaucher City Hall, but the outcome was different. Noah Noble shows us what happened.
God bless the homeless veterans.
Yeah. Are you a homeless vet?
I'm a vet, yes.
Are you homeless?
No.
Oh, you're just...
Yeah.
Okay, you're just supporting them or something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well-
Do you work here?
I do.
Oh, okay.
That's civil rights investigator Jeffrey Gray talking with Gaucher Mayor Casey Vaughn outside of City Hall.
If you know of any that are homeless, we have programs set up to help them.
Okay, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. Are you a vet yourself?
No, I'm not. But,
Oh, okay.
you know, we partner with American Legion and they help, but we have avenues available for people. He introduced himself, asked who I was. I told him I was Mayor Vaughn. And then we just interacted some, and he was very polite to our staff. We had citizens come and go past him. He never really interacted other than pray for a homeless vet is all he asked and said to him. He didn't harass the citizens or anybody on city government property. He was just very civil and bringing awareness at our Veterans Tribute Tower in front of City
I
Hall.
would hope that that's the way that we react and do the right thing, and be respectful of our civil rights and respectful of our homeless veterans. And Gaucher is the way. That's what I say. They should do it. City Hall should do it the way Gaucher did.
I sat down with Gaucher Police Chief David Bever to get his opinion on the videos. Was he doing anything that would have warranted y'all to step in? And
No, he just was holding a sign. The First Amendment of the Constitution, which protects our freedom of speech and the public setting, public place, like our city hall. Everybody has a right.
Chief Bevers told me he stresses the importance of first impressions between the officers and the public.
Police departments in our community, we are usually the public face of the community as well. We have interactions with us compared to other staff, so we're kind of like ambassadors, and people's perception of our city is going to come a lot off based on our interaction.
In Mississippi, vagrancy laws were struck down by our Supreme Court. The only way a person can legally be removed from public property is if they're threatening someone.
Can we go over there and do this on off the property? Okay. My ID is right here.
Because I have a valid reason to be here and I have a valid reason to ask you for identification.
So what about when an officer asked Gray for his ID?
If somebody's out here in a similar situation, they're standing on the sidewalk, an officer comes up and asks for ID. Do they have to present that ID, or what is that process?
No, in the state of Mississippi, the only time you have to have ID is when you have your driver's license operating a motor vehicle.
Chief Dunstan also told me both the city and emergency dispatch phone lines have been tied up with calls since the video went viral.
When hundreds and hundreds of the same people just keep calling over and over again, it certainly is not helping. It's just complicating matters. And the language being used towards the young ladies who answer these phone calls is certainly not appreciated, nor does it indicate that they're from this area.
This isn't the first time that Gray has had run-ins like these. On his YouTube channel called Honor Your Oath, he has nearly 900 videos, and some of his encounters have sparked lawsuits.
Yeah, I have a lawsuit pending in Blacksburg, Georgia, where they actually cited me with being an unlawful blockade for standing on the sidewalk in front of their city hall, and ran me off in threat of arrest. And I have a lawsuit pending in Alpharetta, Georgia, where they actually put me in cuffs and trespassed me. Apparently from the entire town of Alpharetta for just spreading that message about Muslims veterans.
Noah Noble, WLOX News Now.
Waveland Mayor Jay Trapani claims Gray was peeping into the windows of City Hall, making workers uncomfortable, and that's why the officers were called. You can read his full statement, plus the entire videos of Gray's encounters on our website, WLOX.com.